Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So it is about that time to show my completed pages for the month, and I'm pretty proud of myself because I've managed to complete 7 pictures this month, which is abnormal for me because my norm is about I want to say maybe 3 or 4, but I've done 7 and I'm here to share, so let's just get started. So my pictures will be in no particular order, but I will start with a picture that I finished, my very first picture of 2020, which was in the Mermaids coloring book by Jasmine Beckett Griffith that I was so nicely gifted from my mom for Christmas that just passed. And I've done this one in the back, and this is the Little Mermaid, so of course I had to make her an Ariel, so I'll tilt it so you can see. This was actually supposed to be a bookmark for my mom, but I just can't see me tearing this page out of the book without having done this page first or as well, so that, you know, I can cut them out. But yeah, selfishly I'm keeping her in the book. And yeah, I did this one I think like around January 3rd or so. And this was my first picture, like I said, for the new year. And I used all polychromos, I believe. And there are stickles, of course, because, you know, it would not be a mermaid without stickles to me. And I had a lot of fun completing this one. And I did also use a bit of marker, which I think you couldn't see, alcohol marker for her hair and the background. And then some of this brown for this seashell. And was bad that you can't see is there are some hair strands. I did do strands in her hair, but I think I used too close of a color of the red to the marker, so you can't see it. But yeah, this one's done, and I had a lot of fun completing her. Okay, so now I have a picture that I completed in the Fairy Tale Princess coloring book by Kristen Glorious Ink, or Mystic Art Mirrors as she's known also. And I completed this one on January 3rd. I don't know why I wrote that down. So I must have done the other one like the 1st or the 2nd of January. I don't know. Anyway, this one was a lot of fun. She's supposed to be Elsa, I guess, because, you know, it's Fairy Tale Princesses. But I didn't want to do a normal skin tone. I wanted to experiment with lighting and colors, so I used all Neo Color 2 for this picture, and I made it so that, you know, the magic that she's doing is making the snowflakes turn pink, and so that's why the pink lighting is reflected on her face. And I wanted her to have blue skin because, you know, she's an ice princess and she can have blue skin if I want her to have blue skin. And I did her hair in gouache, so it's a really pretty silvery gouache, if you can see that. And there are stickles like on her hairband, on her earrings, and her headdress thing up there. And I just had so much fun playing around with my Neo Color 2 as far as the background and her clothes go, because her clothes were also Neo Color 2. And then I just went over it with black pencil over the black Neo Color 2, and then I just left the purple Neo Color. I don't think I put pencil in it. And then I just used my Posca to make the sparkles. I was so scared, y'all, because this went through such an ugly phase when I was coloring her, because her clothes looked a mess and I was not sure how it was going to turn out, and I was so nervous, but ain't nothing to it but to do it, and I just did it. And yeah, I really love the end result. And like I said, this was a completely experimental page, but it just turned out so nice. I'm really happy that it did turn out for the best. So here she is, and we will move on to the next picture. Okay, so now I have World Heritage Travel Through Time, I believe is the translation, but I've seen something else. But anyway, this is Erie's newest book, and I did want it when it first came out, and I went on Amazon Japan and put it in my cart, and then I didn't get it, and I had seen flip-throughs of it, and then finally when I saw Jen Reading with Pugs coloring in it, that was just like the final straw. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get it. So I love this one. It reminds me so much of Romantic Country, so I'm glad she's back to that, because the tracing books, I'm not into tracing. So I did choose to take on this double page spread, so I'll zoom you out a bit. So this is actually inspired by the Seville Festival. I believe that's in Italy, and I took heavy inspiration from a picture that I found on Pinterest, and I will insert that here. And as you can see, I used a lot of the colors that they had as far as like the bright reds and greens, and I just ran with that. And this was actually Inktense for the curtains and the tent, and it was Neocolor too for this horse, because I've never colored a horse and I was not looking forward to coloring this horse, and I did not want to do any detail or anything. I just basically used different techniques with the Neocolor as far as making it darker and lighter to have some kind of shadow, but I wasn't about that horse life right now. So I also used Neocolor too for this sky, and I did use Super Tips. I went Super Tips crazy because I used Super Tips to do the design her dress. I used Super Tips for the fringes. Well, not that one, that was Posca, but I used Super Tips for the fringes on some of their little shawls. I used Super Tips for the horse mane and tail, and Super Tips to make all these dots on the tents, and Neocolor too for the background. And I did think that I chose maybe not the best color for the background, because you can't tell that it's shading behind the picture frames and stuff, but there is. And yeah, I just added some of my own detail throughout the picture. Not that it wasn't detailed enough, but I just felt the need to do that. And like, I love all their little cheeks, and I think it's so cute. And there is glitter gel pen on this picture if you can catch it, and a bit of gold paint that I used for her earrings. And I drew this cow print on his sleeve because he's a cowboy. Why not? I really like how his denim came out. I used mostly polychromos on this paper because this paper is actually a bit more toothy than her other paper in the Romantic Country books, which I just really like how this paper is better because I get to layer more. And as you can see, the glitter gel pen is about this page. And then like I said, I used my white gel pen, Posca. But yeah, I really like how this paper smells too. And it's so weird because I will like lift out the book and smell it, because the papers, it doesn't smell like this in Romantic Country. I don't know, it just has this smell I really like. But yeah, that was me finishing this picture, and I had a lot of fun with it. It took me, I think, 4 or 5 sittings to get it all done. But yeah, I just want to make sure you see that beautiful brown gel pen that I have, that I did all the picture frames in. I love that brown copper color gel pen. The two that I have, these 2 different colors, I don't know, they just are so different because you never see a brown gel pen. Well, I don't that often, so yeah, enough about this picture. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, now I have a picture in The Magical Journey by Lizzie Mary Cullen, and this will be my second picture I finished in this book. And it was the one when her and her dog Patty go to Borough Market, and I was thinking it was a double page spread, but then I don't think so because it's kind of cut off. So anywhoozles, of course I used Inktense because I follow suit and use Inktense in these books. And I also used a lot of Super Tips, and I used gel pen as well. And as you can see on her coat, I had fun making the design on her coat and her pocket with my brown gel pen that I'm infatuated with at the moment, and glitter gel pen on her shoes. And Patty's hat has a bit of stickles on it, and his bowl has glitter gel pen. And I used a bit of my 3D accent on her hat to make it look puffy, so it has, you know, a 3D effect. But yeah, I used Inktense and Super Tips, and I just went over with my polychromos for the pencil that I did do maybe on like the apples and stuff. I used white gel pen, and that was pretty much it. I drew in some grass right here because it was a bare spot and I didn't like it where the mushrooms were, so I used Super Tips for that. And then I think that's pretty much it. The background was no, this was Inktense as well for the sky, and I think I put stickles in the sky. I don't know, it might glitter. There we go, the moon and the stars. But yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this one, and I googled Borough Market, and it actually has this green in the sign and like in the building, so I tried to keep that kind of like it really is in real life. And this gin is so funny because she's telling him don't drink all the gin, and the bottle of gin is right here. I don't know. I just think that's so funny. But yeah, this was the end result of this picture. And oh oh, I made this look like vitamins because I'm like, they're going on this long adventure. They're going to need vitamins. So I drew little vitamins in this bottle. I don't know. I just thought it would fit, you know. So that was this picture. Next, I have a picture that I completed in Pop Manga Coloring Book by Camilla Derico. And this book was so generously gifted to me by a subscriber. Thank you so much. And I completed another picture from it. And I did this one. And this picture was inspired by Iron Man in a way. His classic, like his OG costume from the comics. The classic one where it's just gold on his arms and legs and then red. And I did this picture in all polychromos except I used super tips for some parts like the wood. And I think, yeah, I know I used Neocolor too for the background. And I was going to do something with the feathers, but then I just thought, nah, I don't feel like doing all that, so I couldn't be bothered. So, you know, I used super tips for these two little cute angels' hair. And yeah, I had a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun learning my polychromos. And yeah, this was fairly quick. I think I did this in like a couple of sittings. And there is glitter gel pen on this, on his shoes and on some of their tools. I had some metallic. I think I did use not polychromos. I think I used Prismacolor for their wings. And like I said, the rest was polychromos. And there is some Gansai Tambi Starry Gold watercolor paint on some of the gold. And then that brown glitter gel pen that I like and the black. And I can't help myself adding glitter to stuff. Like, if I can't use stickles, I will try to use glitter. So yeah, he's really fun to do, and I just think he's so cute. He really looks like the OG Iron Man suit. So I'm gonna put my paper back, and we will move on to the next picture. I did a picture in Pop Manga Mermaids and Other Sea Creatures by Camilla Derico. That's the same author twice in a month, so I really like her art. It's really cool, and I chose to do, if I can find it, oh, here we go, this picture, which was a buddy color with my lovely friend Coloring F here on YouTube, and we decided to choose this picture. And I used all Neocolor 2 for the background, and I used my white gel pen or Posca to make the bubbles and everything, but he was all Neocolor 2, and I shaded a little bit behind his spikes to make them look like they have more depth. And then he's all Neocolor 2 with just super tips and white Posca, and there is some glitter gel pen on the pink one. He reminds me of that Kirby from the video game character. And yeah, I used all polychromos, I believe. I used Neocolor 2 on the stars, shaded with the polychromos, did her hair in polychromos, and her skin in polys. And I was actually inspired to do this little, like, scaly makeup look from a picture that I found on Pinterest. And yeah, I just had a lot of fun with this one. And like I said, there is some glitter gel pen aspects in the picture, like in her crown and on that pink thing. And I put a little bit of stickles on her makeup just because I could not help myself, but I didn't want to do it because on the opposite side is like right on top of this girl's face. So I hope that it's not problematic. I tried to like smooth it down as much as I could, but yeah, this was the end result here. Oh, I put stickles in her little ear fins. I don't know what you call those, but that was the end result of this picture. And last but not least, I finished a picture in this Sweet Treats book by Kaiser Color. And I've had this book for like quite a handful of months, and I never colored in it because I was so unsure about this paper. And once I got it, I didn't like the paper because I felt like it was too smooth and it didn't have any kind of tooth. So I kind of used this back page to scribble stuff. I really didn't test it. I just went on ahead and used my Arteza for this cake pop, and then I just used Prismacolor for the rest because I found out Prismacolor was a bit more layerable and blendable on this paper than the Arteza was. So I put stickles on all of the lollipop or cake pop hand handles or whatever you want to call them, because I couldn't help myself. And I did use glitter gel pen, that brown coppery one that I like. But yeah, like I said, everything was Prismacolor except this first pop, and I used chalk pastel for the background to make the dots, and then I went in with Super Tips and made 2 different color kind of pink dots on it. And yeah, this was a lot of fun. I had a lot of Posca white gel pen action. I think my Jelly Roll white gel pen that I bought because I wanted to try them out, and I actually really like those. And I used my fine liner. I kept this one white chocolate and just drew some little lines like it was a little drizzle of chocolate. And then I used chalk pastel in the backs of the cake pops to give them shadow. And this was the last picture that I finished a couple days ago, actually, for January. But I had a ton of fun coloring this because y'all know food is my jam. And I'm a chocolate lover. White chocolate, milk chocolate. I love chocolate. And yeah, I think this was a fitting picture for it to be my first one in this book. And I'm just showing you the stickles and the, I don't think I used that much glitter gel pen, but like on this one. Oh, and of course I love that white chocolate. It's shadow behind the nuts and stuff, if you can see it. Because like I said, I did use my Prismacolors on here. But yes, those are all the pictures that I finished for the month in January. And I'm super proud of myself that I managed to finish 7 pictures. And thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys in my next video.